Hello and welcome to Ikasan Online Tutorials. My name is Michael Stewart and I'm a core developer on the Ikasan Enterprise Integration Platform and the Ikasan Enterprise Scheduler Platform. And today we're going to be running through a short tutorial on how to use the job plan instance tree view in the Ikasan Scheduler Dashboard. So the first thing I'm going to do is navigate to the Scheduler menu item here on the left-hand side of the dashboard. You can see that takes us through to the Scheduler Dashboard screen. I'm going to click over to the Job Plans tab and follow the quick access link to my running job plan instance. So you can see there we're taken through to the job plan instance tree view. So this is a tree structure that represents a job plan instance that's running at the moment, and it has a hierarchical structure that has a parent job plan instance with its children and subsequently the jobs that belong to any of its children. You can see there you can expand and contract on any of those, and you can also filter and look for any specific jobs or child job plan instances within that job plan, and it helps you narrow down a given job, for example, within a large job plan instance. We've also got some extra data here. If I'm interested to know, I can see what the job plan instance identifier is, when this job plan instance started, how long it's going to run for, the time zone that it's running in, and a description, and when it's going to end. So let's just have a look what else we've got here in the job plan instance tree view. So we've got some action buttons here. We'll go into those in a little bit more detail. We've got a column here that represents when any scheduled jobs within the job plan instance are going to run. So you can see here we've got one that runs at 6:01 a.m. every day and one that runs at 9:30 a.m. every day. And those are in the London time zone. When a job fires, we'll get a date time stamp registered in this column here. The status of the job is also registered in the status column when the job completes, and if anyone does any manual tasks against the job plan instance, that's recorded in this particular column here. So if we go back to the actions, so if we have a look at a child job plan instance node, you can see here that I can click in and have a look at the visualization, which shows me how that particular job plan or child job plan instance is wired up. So you can see in this particular case, we've got a time-based job that subsequently executes 2 command execution jobs. If I'm interested, I can click into those and see more details of those particular jobs and what they're executing. I can also put all jobs on hold that are beneath that particular child. So if I click that button there, those jobs go on hold, and I can also release all the jobs within that child job plan instance there, and they're all released. We'll have a look at that, how that functionality affects the behavior of a running job plan in a minute. Now looking at the actions here that are associated with the job. You can see here we've got the icon here that allows me to open a dialog up, which shows me the details of that job that we've already seen. So you can see you've got the command that's being executed, other information here like the job name, the agent that it's running on. So I can also control the job from this screen. If I wanted to put it on hold, I could do that. If I wanted to release it, I can do that. I can also skip it, and so on. Similarly, I've got the icons here that allow me to do the holding and the releasing as well. So if I want to skip a job, so a job that is skipped literally will, if the preceding job that would normally be the catalyst for it to run runs, it will jump over that and submit and execute the next job in the flow that would normally be executed, skipping this job. Similarly, if a job's on hold, the job that precedes that will execute, but then this job will wait to be executed until it's released, and no jobs further along in the orchestration will be executed. until it's released. So we'll have a look at that by way of example in a minute. And then there's an icon here that allows me to execute any of these jobs. So I can, if I so choose, to manually execute any job from this particular view, the job tree view. I can also download the job, which is a JSON document that represents how this job is wired up in the application. And I might want to do that if I wanted to export the job from this environment and put it into another environment. So let's just have a look here at executing this particular job plan. So the first thing I'm going to do, just to demonstrate some of these features here. So let's say I wanted to put this particular job on hold. That job's on hold there now, right? So I'm going to go back to our tree view and I'm going to execute this time-based job. So you can see there that's job's complete. But because this job's on hold, it hasn't run and it's waiting for me to release it. So why might I want to do that? Let's say for whatever reason on a particular business day that there's some occurrence that's outside of the batch being run where the business is asked us to hold the batch at a certain point until they're finished, perhaps late trading or something like that. And when they notify us that that particular late trading is completed, we can go ahead and we can release this particular job. And what we'll see there is it starts to execute and all the downstream jobs from that point onwards are also executed. Similarly, if I wanted to come into the next flow that I'm going to execute, I'm going to go in and I'm going to skip this particular job. So if I come back and I execute that time-based job here, you can see other jobs downstream from that have executed. The one that we've skipped has remained in a skip state and has not been executed. And also you can see now that all of the other jobs in this particular job plan instance are executing because of the dependencies on upstream of this particular job. And eventually we'll get to a point where this job plan instance is considered complete and the full life cycle of that batch is now completed. And that's given us the ability to control this entire batch from this single job plan tree view. You can see here that our statuses are reflected accurately. You can also see that we've got start and end times for our jobs. And you can see here that it's recorded the fact that I've manually submitted those two jobs there as the admin user. So hopefully you found this tutorial useful. Thank you very much for your time and we'll see you in the next tutorial. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Ikasan Online Tutorials. If you'd like further information on the Ikasan Enterprise Integration Platform, go to github.com/Ikasan EIP. That's lowercase IKASAN uppercase EIP. All the links will be in the descriptions of the videos associated with the Ikasan Online Tutorials. And if you've liked what you've seen today, please subscribe to the Ikasan Online Tutorial YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.